Well, hello everyone and welcome to the very first video of this YouTube channel. My name's Eric and I'm a landscape photographer based here in northern Colorado. That is when I can break away from my 9-to-5 job. I started this channel because I wanted to showcase not only the beauty but really the diversity of landscapes that can be found here. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. We're going to a location called Pawnee National Grasslands. And one of the things that I really like about it is it's not the most obvious Colorado landscape. You tend to think of Rocky Mountain National Park or maybe the Maroon Bells, but this place in the high plains desert of eastern Colorado is equally beautiful and really nice and subtle. So today we're going to see what compositions we can find. The light's a bit challenging, it's a bit harsh, but tomorrow is really key. We're going to see if we can get some beautiful sunrise colors over this fresh snow that we've had over the last 2 days. So that's what we're going to go and do. I hope you enjoy it and thank you so much for watching. Let's go see what compositions we can find. So I think I found a composition that under different circumstances could work. Right now, I mean, you can see in the background, there's just no light. Believe it or not, we're past golden hour. It's like 4 o'clock. That's just the nature of winter this far north. But I am excited about finding this. It's an easy composition right from the car park. So it's nice for those kind of hasty moments. If there was some burning light and you were looking for something to shoot. I'm happy with it. It definitely needs some light, perhaps a little bit of refinement. But let's go into the camera and I'll show you exactly what I think is pretty neat about this. Now I really like these sandstone formations that we have in the frame here. There's a variety of elements. There's that longer fin that divides the midground. We have that almost like a saddle shape in the upper left. And then obviously we have that dominant butte in the background. Now I'd like to come back and photograph this under better conditions because I'm interested to see how light would interact with each of those elements and increase the visual interest and create more drama and a larger sense of depth within the image. So with the first image of the trip in the bag, I want to do a little more scouting before heading back to camp and getting ready for the main event tomorrow, shooting sunrise over the buttes. So this evening walk has proved to be a really fruitful scouting trip. I found this composition behind me here with that cone-shaped mountain, and in this valley, the snow on the bottom creates this really nice S-curve that leads up to that peak. Now, we've lost the light completely, it's dusk, and to be honest, I'm not sure that winter is even the time to be shooting this. It'd be great to have all of this vegetation in the foreground and leading up to that mountain in bloom, maybe some wildflowers. However, I'm still happy I found it because I'm going to put it in my GPS and know exactly what to come back to for next time. So I think that's going to be pretty much it for tonight. I'm really happy with the couple compositions I was able to scout out. None of them are going to turn out to be final images, and that's okay. I mean, sometimes you just need to put in the time to get familiar with an area. Now, I've come here a couple times before, but even in these new conditions, it brings different features of the landscape to life. You get to see things in a way that you wouldn't have seen otherwise. So I think we're just going to make our way back to the Forerunner and find a good place to camp. Well, good morning, everyone. We're back here at the trailhead after a pretty frigid night. It stayed pretty warm in the Forerunner, fortunately. I have a -5-degree sleeping bag, as well as one of those propane heaters whenever it got too cold. So yeah, pretty well rested and ready to start our hike over here to the back side of the buttes. So last night we were focusing mainly on the front side of the buttes and then going down a little bit into that canyon area. Now you can take that loop for about 2.5 miles all the way around, where there's a shortcut that takes you up and over one of the buttes to the location that we're going to be shooting this morning. So I just kind of wanted to set up everything because when we get out onto the trail, we may have to stay pretty quiet as far as it's really windy. So I don't know if the microphone on the GoPro is going to be able to pick everything up. So yeah, let's get ready and go. Well, we have made it to the top of this butte here, and our composition is just now down this hill and then straight towards the east. If it was a bit brighter, you could see the two main buttes of this area, and that is what we are going to be photographing here in a minute. We still have about 20-30 minutes left till sunrise, so I think I'll take a chance to get out of the wind and the protection of this boulder here, have a little bit of tea, warm up, and think about the composition a little bit more. Well, after a witheringly cold hike over the buttes in 6-degree temperature with 15-mile-per-hour wind, we finally made it to our composition. And I am thrilled with the light that we're getting this morning. I really wish we could have got some cloud cover to catch those rays, but the morning light is just beautiful, and it's kissing the top of the landscape in a way that creates nice color separation throughout the entire frame. To talk about gear, I'm using a 16 to 35 millimeter lens to emphasize the foreground and create a nice leading line out of these three formations that almost look like petrified plants. These plants are going to help guide the eye through the image to the main background subject, which are those Pawnee Buttes. Now I'll be focus stacking the image, which, if you're unfamiliar, is a technique where you take a series of images, each one focused on a different part of the landscape. Then when I get home and into Photoshop, I can stack those images together, blend them, and that way I end up with a pin-sharp image from front to back. And here's what the finished image looks like. Once again, I'd like to thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, leave me a comment, and hit the subscribe button to come along for the ride as we explore more exciting landscapes, one frame at a time.